All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahak, Kodash, which I give him the spirit and the strength to do his lesson. And I also want to give the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with 144,000. Which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. The truth is not desired in this world we're living in. All right? And the truth that I am referring to is the truth that has been passed down. All right? That's been given unto us by Yahweh Bashmal Shah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right? Jehovah. Okay? You know, that we are truly the Israelites, the biblical Israelites, all right, and that the so-called white man is the devil, all right, that the white man is against you American citizens, all right, secretly, all right, that everything that you have learned, all right, this was a lie. That's the truth, all right, that the world does not, that the world rejects, okay? And matter of fact, let me start off in this right here. What's that? None cry for truth. I know it's in Isaiah. Isaiah 42. Okay. Isaiah 42. 22. All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. I believe I'm quoting it right. Okay, that's it. It's not Isaiah. It's Isaiah 59. Isaiah 59 and 4. All right, this is Isaiah 59 and 4. It says, none calleth for justice. Yep. None. That's like it. None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. That's right. They don't care about this truth that we're bringing out. All right. They don't care about it. They don't want to hear it. All right. So once again, it says they trust in vanity. That's right. They trust in vanity and speak lies. You see that? So, let me see. They don't care. And ultimately, it indicates that they don't believe, they don't have the faith that was given unto us. All right. All right. Let's jump from there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that again in Isaiah 59 and Salakia. I'm not at my best right now. I'm a little ill. All right, but doing the best I can to make this to deliver this message. All right, and maybe to deliver it with quality speech. So yeah, this is Isaiah 59:4 again. Said, none calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. Right, none calleth for justice, nor pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. You see that? So going to Ecclesiastes 9:16, it said, then said I, wisdom is better than strength. That's right. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised. You see that? Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised. Who is the poor man? Right? See, that's how you know it's not talking about these Christian pastors, man, because they're not poor. All right? That's how you know that the Lord is not dealing with them, because they're not being despised, neither are they poor. All right? The Lord deals with the lowly. All right? It said, nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised. Yeah, because they look for the words of the Lord in the wrong vessels, man. Okay, you got these used to be guys, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. All right, they lift them up, man. Okay, they regard them, man. They acknowledge them as being leaders. They put them on they lionize those characters, man. All right, but when it comes to the true man of the Lord, we're abased. We looked at as dung. All right. We looked at as dung when all we doing is teaching the truth. That's all we doing is teaching the truth. Trying to help Jake out. We trying to help Jake out. And we're being hated for that. And I want to say this too. We're cursing out the white man, right? Exposing the white man, yes. And we're being discredited. We're being demonized for that. But what Malcolm X did the same thing, man. All right. You got these different civil right leaders. They spoke about against the white man. But did they get persecuted, talk shit about? No. Instead, they got Memorial days and shit, man. Hot days after them. Martin Luther King Day. Even got movies, illustrated, okay, after them. But see, when we come and do pretty fairly the same thing, we get cursed out, we get rebuked, we get hated. All right, because this is the truth. And the other difference between us and them, we actually bringing out the whole truth. All right. So I'm going to read this right here. Once again, it says in Ecclesiastes 9:16, then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Right? They don't want to hear. They reject it. All right? They reject it, man. It says, verse 17, the words of the wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. You see? So these people, man, primarily Jake, they don't want to hear this truth, man. They don't want to hear it. All right. But like I said, they quick to commend Martin Luther King. All right. But what did Yahushua say about that? Let's get it. The book of Luke, I think it's the 16th chapter. Let me see. The 6th chapter, I mean. Luke chapter 6, verse 26. And this is Yahushua speaking. He said, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. You see that? For so did their fathers to the false prophets. You see that? And Martin Luther King was a false prophet. He had his own church, and was not truly but in the masses of these people's eyes, he was a man of the Lord. And we're not even doing. Look, we're not even doing the most like they did. These people, Malcolm X, these civil rights leaders, they got into marching and everything, man. All we doing is standing on the street corners, delivering the word, the truth. That's all we doing. Yet you have our people coming up against us, talking shit about us. All right? We're not out here getting aggressive. We're not out here getting carnal. All right? But that's okay, because we understand what's going on. All right? We take that. Hey, when we're spoken against, that's showing us that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. All right, and we're gonna keep doing it. All right. And you know what? I'm we got Shalakia, Isaiah. Let me see. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. We start at 9. It said that this is a rebellious people. Yep. You 2/3. Lying children. Yep. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Yep. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord. You see that? They ain't trying to hear it. They is not trying to hear this word. All right? It said children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And look, that's talking about when it's because the law is talking about the Bible, all right? And that's talking about when it's being broken down correctly, all right? Because we know they'll listen to TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Joy Osteen, all right? They'll listen to the law of the Lord then, all right, when it's being perverted, by them. So this is talking about when we teach out of the law of the Lord. All right, and it's gonna prove that it says children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not. You see that? And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Right, the truth. They don't want to hear about Babylon, America being destroyed with them in it. They don't want to hear that. All right? They don't want to hear that. I'm going to read that again. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. You see? Which I read that earlier in Isaiah 59:4. They none call for justice, none cry for truth. They believe in vanity and speak lies. All right, this is a link to that. All right, this scripture here. All right, once again, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. Verse 11, it says, get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Right, and that's what they say to us when we out there on the streets. These niggas, man. Go and get a job. Go find something better to do. All right? That's the way. That's the path, and that's the path. These streets. All right, it says, get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. That's right. Because that's what we resort to, man. That's our resorting place, man. All right? To deliver this truth. All right, it says, get you out of the way and turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So they want this to cease. All right. And let's read on though, because it's a penalty for that. And we can end it off with this. It said, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Bashmal Shah, because ye despise this word, right? And this is a message to you niggas, man. You 2/3. All right, it said, because ye despise this word, right? The word that you're hearing now, the truth that you're hearing, beginning with Apostle Hart on down, man. All right. It says, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be right. So see, it's a sin to not believe in his word. All right. And his truth. That's a sin. Okay. He said, therefore, this iniquity shall be unto you as a breach ready to fall. All right. Iniquity is uh build up of sins, sin upon sin, man. That's what iniquity is. All right. It said, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Right. These judgments is gonna come upon you in out of nowhere, man. All right. So I want to keep rejecting the truth, keep putting it off. This is what's gonna happen, man. All right. So yeah, man, just wanted to get that out. You know, while I was in the spirit. All right, and Lord Williams edifying. Till next time, shalom.